love may feel like tough love, but you have to know that they're always on your side and they'll always be there to help you. So do not hesitate to ask, as are the profound pearls of wisdom just shared by Mr. Yuvaan N, that parents will always be on your side. What is the worst that they can do? You ask for something and they say no. So even if they refuse, on that note, actually, do you have a cell phone?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Have you asked for one yet?
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Ooh, cool.
When you have a cell phone, it's yours. You think you can do anything you want, but in real life, your parents bought it for you. Technically, it's your parents, and it's a gift to you.
Mm-hmm.
So deal down. It's like I'm not saying all cell phones are bad. Like some parents just hand over their cell phone, which an old cell phone, and let the kids play games, like look up things if they need help. But some kids, like older kids, let's say like 17, 18, they'll go on social media, they'll watch things which they shouldn't for their age, inappropriate things, let's say, which they shouldn't have watched, but it is so addicting to them.
Do many kids in your grade have a phone?
No.
That's good.
More kids in 5th grade have a phone.
Of course.
But those kids, they don't do anything bad.
Okay. What do you know about social media? You're not on any of those platforms yet, right?
No.
Do you know what social media platforms are out there?
Basically, you like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, for example, the shorts.
LinkedIn is not bad.
Well, not
LinkedIn
bad.
is for professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's work-related talk. But Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat...
Yeah, they aren't the best.
Why do you say that? What do you know that...
Because people can post things. For example, if you post a photo about yourself, someone else can say, oh, why is your hair like that? It's so frizzy. People can bully you online, cyberbullying. And then same thing with the college talk. It makes you feel depressed. You want to hide it because you'll be embarrassed. You think.
So you think by indulging in social media, you're really opening up yourself to judgment of people who don't matter?
I'm not saying it's bad. I think if you want to have social media, the best thing is what you have to do is you have to filter your searches, nothing inappropriate, and don't post. That's what my mom does. She doesn't post, and she filters the searches, so nothing inappropriate, and just looks at other people's posts. For example, she saves inspirational reels for me. She saves funny stuff for me. So it's not about watching, just watch good things, like not bad. Watch inspirational, but don't post. Because then people can respond to your post.
And don't interact with people you don't know.
Yes.
I think that's the key. So sometimes on Facebook, I get invites to friend from people who I'm already friends with. So clearly somebody's making a fake profile with their picture and name and trying to friend you. So you have to be smart and vigilant to not succumb to games like that. Very interesting. What else shall we talk about, Yuvaan? What's on your mind? What's in the mind of a 3rd grader who thinks like a 10th grader?
Honestly, the only thing is like...
By the way, I've got many today in this conversation.
These positions in school, like president, secretary. So this year we have 2 presidents, which is very rare. Same number of votes from the school. One boy, he wore a tuxedo.
What?
Yeah, he wore a tuxedo to the elections day for president of the school. So I think that helped him win a lot of favors.
Interesting.
The tuxedo and the clothes. The second person, she rapped her whole speech. She just rapped it.
Oh, awesome.
No one understood her in the first place, but everyone loved the fact that she was unique. She rapped.
Thinking out of the box.
Yes.
For both of them. That's so cool. So cool. Actually, talking about rap, I was working with a student who worked as a medical practitioner in one of the big hospitals in New York, and she often speaks in front of large crowds. And she had to prepare a speech about a day in the life of a telemetry nurse. Telemetry is the cardiac department. And as she was working with me and working on that speech, I was actually feeling so bored as she was reading out the day in the life of the nurse. And I said to her, this is so boring for me. You are paying me for the time that you're spending with me, and I can't go through this. This is so boring. How will the audience sit through this? We've got to make it fun for them and fun for you to deliver too.
Yes.
So we changed that to a rap. And she said when she finished, she got a standing ovation. But of course, she's an adult, so she spoke much clearly. She enunciated as she spoke, so the audience could understand, and they appreciated the fact that she also she was able to think out of the box and create something exciting for them. But the other boy, the other president, who came in the tuxedo, why do you think that helped him?
Everyone's favorite was, again, it was unique. The girl who rapped, it's unique. So the boy who wore a tuxedo, it's unique. Like, it shows that you appreciate this occasion. You're showing a prestige. It's like a prestigious moment. You're wearing good clothes, nice hair. He wore a proper tie.
So when you dress up, when somebody dresses up, it's showing respect to the place, the people, and the moment.
Yes.
The place, the people, and the purpose. You are offering respect, showing respect by dressing up. Like you dressed up nice today.
Thanks.
I dressed up nice today also.
You're welcome.
Don't you think you should have said that, Miss Vanita? You're looking nice.
Yeah, maybe you'll say that.
You can still say that.
You're looking nice. So I feel like if you want to win any kind of elections, you have to be unique.
You have to be unique
or popular.
Okay.
Like some kids try to bribe other kids, like with candies, and if you vote for me, I'll give you this. If you vote for me, I'll give you this. I don't think that really worked. The kids took the items, but they didn't even vote. Because there's no way you can actually tell.
What did you say the last sentence? You said it so quickly.
Sorry. So people try to bribe other kids. For example,
bribe other kids.
Like give candy. Say, if you vote for me, I'll give you this candy. So kids take the candy, but since you can't see who votes for who, they'll vote for whoever they want, but they'll still take the candy.
They'll still take the candy. That's how it works. You try to bribe me, but I'll do what I want to do. Nobody goes behind me in the voting booth. Very cool. So I am so glad. So that means these two kids who won that position clearly thought about it, how to stand out. So you think standing out matters?
Standing out, not like a
in a bad way.
Yeah, like for example, if you're like really popular, like you bully kids, like that's not a way you should stand out.
So that's being notorious.
Yes.
So
that's not a way you should stand out. You should stand out in a way which people like you. You're unique.
You get that? Stand out in a way people like you. Keep going. I'm getting a lot of words of wisdom.
So the only other thing I think about the presidential election which matters is that also
the school presidential election.
Yeah, school.
Okay.
School. You have to also make people do something. For example, there's one guy in my school. He said, if you like this, stand up. If you like this, stand down. If you like this, blah blah blah. So those kind of things, you know.
Did you run for the elections also in school?
No, it's 5th grade.
Oh, it's 5th grade. Oh, okay, got it. But you can be a rep in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
A student rep. You didn't run for that position?
We did. I won. So
you won. You are a student
council.
Rep. Student council rep?
Yes.
So you won that position?
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's like 2 or 3 kids from each class. If they want to, it's optional.
Okay, and what made you win?
For example, you have to say, I will help by making posters for these events, talking to class for these events. So now they give us 2 options: make a poster, talk in front of a class, or do both. I chose the talking. So I went in front of a kindergarten class and a 4th grade class and told them about like you should do this to help this.
And you were convincing? They liked what they heard from you?
I'm pretty sure yes, because that class ended up giving a lot of stuff to
Okay, so that was the school presidential election. Did you follow the country's presidential election?
Yes.
Any thoughts about that?
Honestly, I think
that's a long silence. It's okay if you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, it's okay. So a lot of things people are benefiting of from the new president, but a lot of people also don't agree with him. But I guess it happens with every single person. Some people agree with the person in power, some people don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you cannot ever please all.
Yes.
Yeah. But did you follow the debates? Did you watch what they were debating on?
Yes.
What was your interest? Which particular
Definitely,
point?
honestly, I was interested in the healthcare part.
You were?
Because, like, Trump, for example, he did it for, like, a less cost, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I think Kamala Harris did it for sort of a better healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're both on the same topic,
Mm-hmm.
but they're doing two different things to help it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for a factory, you can contribute more stuff to the factory,
Mm-hmm.
or you can work in that factory.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. So we've gone way beyond our time, which is great. Any closing words of wisdom from you to your peers in third grade, to mums and dads who'll be watching this, or to anybody who might stumble upon this video?
The only thing, you'll get better at everything.
Look at the
Just
camera.
keep researching and keep learning. That's the only thing I can suggest you.
Keep researching and keep learning.
Yes.
Mm.
Read books, watch. I'm not saying you can't read a couple of fiction books or watch some fiction TV or some movies, but balance it with your share of non-fiction.
Mm. So balance it out.
Yes.
Read what's real and then read some fiction too, because your mind needs to ease out a bit sometimes.
Yes.
and just be imaginative also. There's some value in imagination and fantasy.
Yes. And reading and listening to things, it helps your vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
It helps a lot of things. It tells you like jokes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. It helps in a lot of ways. With those closing words from a very articulate 9-year-old third grader, Yuvaan and I would like to take your leave. Thank you, Yuvaan, for joining me today. As always, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
No, thank you for getting me on the show.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I really wanted to have you over because working with you was such a pleasure. We had a lot of these conversations in class, and it always stayed with me. It always stayed with me. I actually was telling somebody yesterday, I was about to close the show and here I am going again. I was telling somebody yesterday that I have this young boy coming for this recording, and one instance was that I had been away, I was traveling, I came back, and that particular class that you were going to come to, your classmates were not coming, so you were going to be the only one. So I asked your mom that nobody else is coming, we can either cancel the class or I can see you for half an hour, one-on-one. And she came back and said, Yuvaan would like to come because he hasn't seen you in a long time and he missed being in your class. So he wants to come for half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came, you were 6, you were little. You were still little, but you were littler.
Yeah.
And you came and you sat, and as I'm trying to talk to you, you had just come back from Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
And you had pages full of notes from your trip. Once you had shared all of that, you looked at me very intently and you said, and you were sitting like this and then you sat like this and you said, Miss Vinita, how is your mom? Because you knew that I had gone to see my mom. So I thought that was so mature of you, because a child 6 years old, none of my 6-year-old students had ever thought that far ahead in terms of social skills. I thought you were always a little ahead in the game. So clearly, kudos goes to your parents. They have done a remarkable job with you. And some kudos to all the teachers who have brought out the best in you. So keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. With much love and lots of blessings to you.
Thank you.
Right? Stay tuned for another episode of OATS Uncut. Thank you for your time today. Stay well, stay safe. Remember to love and to laugh and have a blast. We shall see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.